So fortunately, we still have some time left for the question answer round. So my first question to you is, ma'am, how do you feel like social media has helped us connect and spread smiles together?
Definitely, social media is a very powerful tool nowadays, and we see so many platforms in the form of YouTube, your Facebook, WhatsApp groups, your Instagram, Twitter. And in fact, last week I had attended a seminar wherein I shared my ideas on the use of social media by the civil servants. So I shared a statistics which mentioned that around one third of India is on social media. Around one third of Indians are using social media platform in one form or the other, and the one fourth of women and females in our country are using social media platforms. So when we are analyzing these statistics, definitely it indicates that there is a lot of potential of showing your good work, sharing the positive stories, sharing motivational stories, and spread positivity, spread smiles in society. Our small acts of compassion. We see so many videos on social media of a young boy, a school-going boy, helping a dog, a stray dog, having water, having food. And definitely when we see these videos, we it definitely brings the smile on our faces. So these small acts of compassion, empathy, we should try and keep on sharing as much positive stories we can. And definitely it is our responsibility, especially among on the youth of our country. It is a responsibility of the youth of our country to be vocal about the issues, and also share the burden, share the responsibility, contribute towards nation building. We in India, we are having this advantage of a positive demographic dividend. And India is known to be the youngest country in the world. So the responsibility is on the youth to ensure that we have compassion and empathy element inbuilt in our morals, and we are humane in dealing each and every situation in life, whether you become an administrator, whether you become a doctor, whether you become a teacher, a professor, you become an entrepreneur. So this is definitely very important for all of us, I think. And we social media is a very powerful tool, but yes, also it has a danger. It has some cons that sometimes people are using it to spread hatred, fake media propaganda, fake news is being circulated. So we should try and avoid. We should never circulate any information which is unverified. We have our responsibility to be to verify things, and then only we should post. Then only we should so-called make it viral. So I think social media is a very powerful tool, and we should try and use it for the betterment of the society. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Another question that I'd like to ask you is that as a female part of civil services, you might sometimes face discrimination from your colleagues. So, how do you manage it, and what would you suggest the other women who are going through the same?
Uh, Frankly, if we talk about being a woman administrator or facing the issue of discrimination, so it is now almost 14 years of my working in civil services, and prior to that, I worked in private sector. That was, of course, on a part-time basis, but around 3 years experience I had in the private sector also. So when we are talking about our society moving forward, so the issue of gender parity, the issue of women empowerment, we keep on discussing, and there is definitely a difference between the progression of a male and a female in our society. Definitely now things are moving forward positively, but if I talk about my own case, so I have been asked these kind of questions, that whether you feel any kind of prejudice or any kind of bias when you have worked as an administrator or in your postings. So I would say I actually respond like this, that there are no inherent bias I think in the administration. But firstly, there are some inherent responsibilities which are enshrined on a female. that she only has to take those responsibility. For example, once you get married, so generally a woman becomes pregnant, giving birth to a child, and then initially few months or an year or plus, he or she has to breastfeed the child, and then those initial few years are there for nurturing the child. So what happens is that many a times your career, your professional and your personal growth is not moving in tandem, and they rather conflict with each other. So in the initial years of career only, you have to work hard, you have to establish yourself, and then you have to get good posting, good profile, good work exposure. And during the same years, all you are also kind of having the family responsibilities also added upon your shoulders. So it is the act of balance which matters. This is one part. Also, the other part is that still in our country, across all states, there are few profiles which are considered to be manned by male officers. There are still few profiles. I think they must be in all states. Of course, we are seeing a very positive change. We are seeing women chief secretaries, women DGPs, women officers becoming secretaries to Government of India in various departments. But I still feel there are some departments in which they would never like to post a woman. And these prejudices, these bias in the mindset definitely are shedding off. And we are seeing women excel not only in administration, also in sports, also in space, also in education, also women entrepreneurs. But a long way, I think, still needs to go. We all need to move forward a lot more in the society. And I will again connect it to the responsibility to the youth, that you are going to be the flag bearers of the society. You will be the future generation. So your own mindset is also very important. The way you orient yourself, you have to respect each other. The male counterpart has to learn to respect the female counterpart. Then only we would see the crime against women graph getting down. Then only we would see that we don't have the gruesome incidents which we keep on hearing often then. And there are some crimes which are not even reported. So this is, I think, a collective responsibility, and things are changing positively. But yes, as a woman administrator, there have been a lot of challenges, but we as women have all the strength, we have all the power to face them and move forward in life, balancing all the things. I think that is a potential that is the strength and beauty of being a woman.
True, ma'am. Your words, I truly agree with your words. A woman always stands strong even when the society tries to drag her down.
And I am just reminded by one quote. It is not mine, but I have heard it somewhere that कोमल है कमजोर नहीं तू शक्ति का नाम ही नारी है. कोमल है कमजोर नहीं तू शक्ति का नाम ही नारी है. So nari is the shakti, and it is the nari who is giving birth to a new life. जग को जीवन देने वाली तू ही सबसे बलशाली है. जग को जीवन देने वाली तू ही सबसे बलशाली है. So for the women also, for the females also, for the young students also, I would just like to mention one point here, that have faith in your own capabilities. As females, you may have lot many reservations. आपको ये ध्यान में रखना है that your challenges, your life struggle, your life battle may be more than others, but you have to have that courage to face them, have that confidence, have that inner strength to face them and move forward.
True, ma'am. This just proves how powerful a woman is. My another question to you is, how would you define the relation between collaboration and empathy?
So I think when we are talking about collaboration, what is collaboration? Collaboration is a joint effort by all stakeholders. So when I work as an administrator, my effort always is there that I should be collaborating with all the stakeholders in the society. And definitely when I am taking all these efforts, so my agenda, my aim is to ensure that the implementation of each and every government scheme and program of which I am responsible, they should be done in a very transparent and an efficient way. And it is reaching out to the intended beneficiary. So therefore, that element of compassion, that element of empathy is required in each and every effort. So the example of Sanji Madad, which I mentioned during my talk, this was an effort of collaboration, which was with a mindset of having compassion and empathy. We wanted to contribute and help the people who were facing problems due to the Kerala flood. And we took it as an agenda, as a team in our district, that all stakeholders, whether they are businessmen, whether they are educationists, whether they are common people, whether they are government officials, we all should contribute some money, some kind of material from our own self. My all staff contributed their one-day salary towards this Kerala Relief Fund. So this was a collaboration aiming towards empathy with the drive of empathy and compassion. So I think in whatever, and of course, COVID-19 pandemic has seen how beautifully citizens across have helped each other, driven by the feeling of empathy and compassion. So this is the beauty of we being human beings, and we should never forget that this is our basic element, and we just cannot live without it. I think this is very important.
Thank you, ma'am, for your answer. Another question that we have just received from one of our viewers is, many times you all go through harsh situations. So, ma'am, how do you manage all the dark days?
I think it is important to have that clarity in your mind that yes, not every day would be bright. And then you also need to have that clarity in your mind that what is the purpose of your life. Of course, it may seem philosophical, but my point here is that know your strengths and weaknesses. So when you are in your low phases of motivation, you should know that what is it that will drive you out of that situation? What is it that will help you, excel in that situation? That is very important, firstly. And secondly, you have to understand that ups and downs will be always there. Nobody's life is a bed of roses. There would be phases of, you're getting awards, you being excelled, you excelling in your feats, and also there would be some phases where you are facing challenges, where you are not able to work as per your own plan, or there may be some unforeseen situation and circumstances. So it is your inner strength and drive which should motivate you. So therefore it is important to have that clarity in your mind. What is it that you want, and how is it that you are going to achieve? And then I think your own experience, your own way of dealing with life, I think comes to your assistance. Because in my almost 14 years of my service in the administration, I think I have also faced a lot of challenges, lot of grim situations, lot of dark phases. But I think my own commitment to self, my decision making, and my orientation that whatever decision I am taking, I am answerable to this in future. So I should not be doing anything which may harm the people, which may harm the society and public. So I think all these are very important, and I think life teaches you, your own experiences teach you how you get out of all these dark phases in your life.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are so honored that we had you here today with us. Indeed, you inspired us a lot. Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll all be joining back with after a short break of 20 minutes, where we'll be hearing from Sushant sir on more about how to spread smiles. So stay tuned and let's all spread smiles together.
Thank you so much.